I'm actually really curious as to why it is Stacy feels like she needs to lie like this. Like, can we get some backstory on that? Angel, to the front again. What's up, everybody? It's your girl, Bonnie Scotch. Thank you so much for tuning into my video today. I wanted to bring you a review for Real Housewives of Potomac. This is season 10, episode 8. I'm so sorry to be a day behind on this review. Peacock did not upload the episode in time. I usually get up around 6. I start getting ready for my day, and I start recording like around 8 in the morning. I watch the show at 7, and I take my notes around that time because I do 2 watches. So I don't understand what Peacock's issue is. I try to pause, rewind, and fast forward, and it loves to cut up and gives me issues. You are a streaming service. You have one job, and that's to post the damn episode on time. And y'all can't even do that. But you want to take the $11.99 out of my motherfucking account on time. Anyway, y'all, before we get started on today's review, go ahead and hit the like button for me. Go to the comments and swipe right. Hit the hype feature as well. Hit subscribe if you haven't already. All right, let's just go ahead and get into it, y'all. This episode was just okay. You know what I mean? Like, it was okay. It wasn't a whole lot going on. But, of course, we have things to talk about because it's me. It's me. You know I love to yap. So, let's get on with it. All right, so we start this episode off with Kay being messy, telling Monique that Stacy dated Chris. Stacy is in her confessional saying that she only knows Chris socially, and I just don't get why you can't just say, yeah, I dated him briefly and I'm back with my husband. Like, I just feel like the simple thing that you could say, which is the truth, would take all of the sting out of this. Monique is like, listen, we've been broken up for 2 years now. As long as whoever he dates likes children. Kay was looking so crunchy. And I'm like, girl, why do you do this? She tried to have a moment and she fell flat. Now, Kay is not my favorite in terms of housewives. I think she's having a very rough start. I would like to see her go back to friend of. I don't need to see her as a housewife. Beautiful woman. Y'all, there's this clip of her that is going around that I'm obsessed with. Like, every time I see it, I watch it like 100 times. She's talking to this reporter on the red carpet and he's asking her a question and she turns her head and kind of like gives him this like death stare.
Kind of pissed me off though when she cackled in your face just to annoy you when you guys had that sit down at the bench. Were you like, kind of pissed me off though when she cackled in your face just to annoy you when you guys had that sit down at the bench? Were you like...
But it's one of the most beautiful things I've ever seen in my life. Like, I'm obsessed with it. Like, her face is just so elite. Like, she has the type of beauty where I'm like, oh my God, I need to see what your daddy looked like. I need to see where you came from. Like, I need to see the whole setup. Anyway, Kate is still falling flat for me. Beautiful girl, beautiful gowns. But what else? Sidebar, I hate the way Ashley looks in drag. Oh my God, I hate it. It's just awful. So Stacy and Tia and Wendy are talking about, you know, the name Shayo and how she's not pronouncing it right. You know, Stacy's cannabis line. And then Angel says, Stacy, is there a social justice component to your business?
Shut up, girl! Shut up!
Now, I tried with Angel. I tried with Angel. Lord knows I tried with that lady. But I don't see it. I'm going to be dragging her to and fro for the rest of the season. I can already feel that. Stacy is like, anyway, girl. And I'm like, yes, I love that. Because it's like, girl, get the fuck on. Angel's like, oh, that's rude, Stacy. Don't be rude. We'll talk about it later. Then in Angel's confessional, she's like, if Stacy doesn't care about being classy, I'll care for us both. Angel, I didn't think it was classy of you to refer to a dark-skinned woman as a man. I thought it was transphobic and anti-black of you to call her a man and say that she has asshole lips, because what did you mean by that? Dark-skinned women, black women, experience hyperpigmentation. So what the fuck are you talking about, Miss Girl? Also, something I didn't appreciate is how some of y'all wanted to jump in my comments and argue with me about the points that I was making about Angel's transphobia and anti-blackness. I personally have seen the treatment that taller women experience, that darker women experience, that athletic women experience, and don't be a combination of all three, right? tall, dark skin, athletic, or any of those things, because I know for a fact, even though it's not my experience, I have seen women speak to this. Megan Thee Stallion experience. Serena was called a gorilla by this man online who had cartoon teeth. Sadistic kind of bonding ritual that people have, dragging black women online, disparaging black women, right? And then y'all wanted to argue and tell me, oh, Megan is light skinned, she's not dark skinned. What? I'm dark skinned, I'm team dark skinned. Now, back in the 90s when I was growing up, anybody who was darker than a brown paper bag was dark skinned. I was lumped in with the dark skinned girls. So I don't know when it is that all of you girls started doing this, oh, caramel, peanut butter, all of that shit, all of those hierarchies. Bitch, I'm dark skinned. Lump me in with the darkies. What are we saying here? What are y'all talking about? See, the fact that we as black people can't get on code about very simple things, and the other thing that bothers me about y'all sometimes is that y'all don't understand that people have experiences that kind of cross into each other. I feel like there are nuances that I bring to the conversation that y'all just don't get, and it's okay to sit back and listen and observe. Anyway, did y'all see when Kay was dancing and twerking on Ashley on the GNA flow? Ashley was like, oh, this is my birthday wish right here. Didn't I tell y'all that y'all need to be watching Ashley? So anyway, the girls go to lunch together, and Giselle is commenting on how Monique has such great energy now, and I agree. So Wendy is asking about Chris, and Monique says that they had a great image when she came onto the show. I didn't even think that they had all that great of an image. I saw right through the shit. I saw that he was barbaric. I saw that he had a very caveman approach, and he was always hounding her for sex. Like, the red flags were always there to me. So I don't know what image Monique thought that she was projecting in her marriage, but okay. Monique says that she wasn't being loved properly. She said the first time she thought she couldn't do this anymore, her daughter was 6 months old. The child is 10 now. Monique is saying that Giselle was right when she was making a point about dating a man who is used to being in the limelight, and then they start, you know, feeling some type of way when you get your own shine. So Tia is asking what was the straw that broke the camel's back, and Monique is saying that he would only be nice to her when he wanted to have sex. Monique said that she felt like a piece of meat, and one day she told him, listen, you'll never enter me again. And listen, I said this before. All of Monique's rage that she directed towards Candace that night and Giselle towards the reunion, that was meant for Chris. Misguided anger, honey. But in any case, I'm glad that she saw the light. We have a scene with Angel and Bobby going to look at this house. They go and sit outside, and Angel brings up that she's upset that Giselle called her a catfish.
Oh, shit. Here we go again.
And then she has it in her mind that she wants to go after Wendy because Wendy laughed. Everybody at that motherfucking table laughed at you, Miss Girl. So why do you only have an issue with Wendy? She's saying that she didn't like that Wendy added so much sauce to it. And even Bobby is like, it's not that serious. Girl, it's 3 weeks after the fact. You wanted to make up with Giselle. You brought the girl a fan. You told her, oh, how can we become friends? You sucking on her titty. Somehow you found time to buy Giselle a fucking fan, present it as a gift to her. Why didn't we see that scene? I needed to see that scene. You accepted Giselle's apology, but now you want to have an issue with Wendy. And I know y'all didn't have issues in college, because I know we would have heard about this and y'all wasn't even running around in the same circles. So it's not that. Angel is a colorist clown, and there's nothing that anybody can say to convince me otherwise. Period. Next up, we have Giselle, Ashley, Kay, and Tia having lunch together. Kay is saying that Cookie called her and said that Chris Samuels called her, upset that Monique was trash talking him. Cookie is like, why am I hearing that he had bad sex and treated her like a piece of meat? Cookie, if Monique said that, why the fuck are you upset about it? That was her experience. What is the situation with Cookie and Chris? Are you trying to squeeze that man between your titties or something? It gives me that you want Chris. It gives me that you wedge yourself into this family pretending that you are his friend, but you really want to fuck him. So you're giving his wife, you're giving his girlfriend actual help. I have been around these types of women that want to fuck your man, and then they're making up rumors about you, and they got every bad thing to say about you, but in your face, they smile up in your face. I have been around bitches like Cookie. The stories I could tell y'all, Kay is under the impression that it was Stacy that told him. And I just think it's interesting that Kay would jump to villainize the darkie in this situation as well. Who's Stacy? When Ashley is sitting right there. Ashley is the messiest fucking bitch on this show. Giselle went and told Angel that you were the one who said that you chin checked her. Giselle went to Angel about that. But you skipped over Giselle too. And went straight to Stacy. Why would Stacy go and tell Chris, a man that she dated before, that Monique is trash talking her? People in the episode are saying, oh, Giselle and Cookie are besties now, and what? Giselle said herself that she has been getting information from Cookie about Karen.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, okay.
Okay. The next scene, we have Wendy and Monique meeting up for lunch. I'm actually really enjoying watching Monique navigate this group. This first couple of episodes, I really didn't know how I would feel about her. I have really not been a Monique fan like that, especially after the Candace fight. But I'm really warming up to her, and I'm enjoying her presence on the show. So Monique is letting Wendy know that Cookie met Karen through her. She doesn't deal with Cookie at all. Wendy says, well, she seems to be best friends with Giselle. Monique says they were at some birthday party, they met Cookie, and Cookie lied about being Chuck Brown's daughter. Now, Chuck Brown is the father of go-go music. No shade to the DMV people. No shade. It's no shade. It's no shade. But y'all, I don't like go-go music. Go-go music sound like pots and pans to me. It's no shade. It's no shade. Oh my God. I don't want you. I probably lost like 10 subscribers right there. My bad, y'all. Anyway. Monique called Cookie a demonic entity, which I thought was hilarious. She said she can't be around people who act like they're your friend but talk shit about you behind your back. And Cookie definitely gives me that. Cookie gives me that she would try to fuck somebody's husband while they are in jail, all under the guise of being their bestie. Karen, you need to watch your man. Watch Ray around Cookie. Cookie gives me that she will come over to your house in the middle of the night, make your man a home-cooked meal, and suck his dick a little bit. I'm sure Ray was well taken care of while Karen was in jail. Y'all, I'm not trying to start a rumor. Don't take that and put it nowhere. Don't take that. I'm just saying, like, this is the scenario. This is the imagery that I conjure when I think of Cookie, just based off of her energy, just based off of how she comes into the scene. Okay? So don't spread no rumors about them, but I'm just saying, like, that's what it gives for me. Like, you in jail, she gonna come over and cook for your man. And, you know, oh, let me give you a massage. You know what I'm saying? Like, and you know men, you know how niggas are. I can't. All right, let me get back to the show. Let me deal in facts, okay? Let me not spread rumors about people. Anyway, so we have Timo and Stacy meeting up with Tia. Timo is apprehensive about meeting with the group, and I don't blame him. Stacy is like, Tia is the least offensive out of the group, so I wanted to introduce her to him first. Tia is saying, listen, we can all go on a double date, on a triple date with Wendy. And Stacy is like, well, he won't be back until next week. So let's just go ahead and put a pin in that, okay? In the next scene, we have Giselle and Grace setting up for Giselle's reasonably shady event. Robin is not coming, and Giselle says it's because she feels a certain type of way about how she left the show. So why did she take her ass to BravoCon if that's the case? Robin is goofy-minded as fuck because you were on the show getting paid very well to talk about your life, to talk about your situation, and instead you talked about your shit behind a paywall. You went on your podcast to talk about what happened in your situation instead of just being open about it on the fucking show that was paying you to talk about it. And it is what it is. Next up, we have Wendy and Eddie meeting up with Tia and Rob. So Tia tells Wendy that Stacy said out of everybody, she feels the safest with her to be around. So Wendy naturally is very offended by this. She picks up the phone immediately to call Stacy, and I really appreciated that. She didn't let it drag out. So Wendy is like, I thought that you were supposed to be here at this triple date. And Stacy is like, oh, Timo wasn't ready for a big introduction. So Tia jumps in and she's like, well, what about when you told me he was leaving town? So Stacy is like, oh yeah, he just flew back in today. Stacy, why are you lying like this? I don't understand it. This will annoy the shit out of me as well, because what's the reason, girl? And later on, Tia, blows up on her, and I get it. I totally understand, and I'm curious as to Stacy's upbringing a little bit more. I knew she grew up in, not Chicago, in Detroit. She's a Detroit chick. I want to know more about her parents. I want to know more about how she grew up. Was Stacy always in fight or flight? Did she develop this thing where she felt like she constantly needed to lie, so the lies just kind of roll off of her tongue now? I'm really curious about that, because girl. So Tia brings up this conversation that Angel is having with the girls about Wendy. So we get this flashback of a scene with Kay, Ashley, Angel, and Tia having lunch. And Angel is once again saying that Wendy set the tone for the Neva's trip because she didn't say hi to her. She was cold and dismissive. And she specifically made the catfish comment first, not Giselle. Angel, she called you a catfish because you was a motherfucking catfish. You don't look shit like those pictures. How many times do we have to go over this? Be authentic, be yourself, be honest. And then somebody's honest with your ass. You putting too much on the motherfucking filters and you're fucking mad about it. You want to drag it for 3 fucking weeks. It's the truth. But then you want to get mad at Wendy for laughing and defining it versus Giselle, who woke it up at the table. You come into this group on some zen and peace and mindfulness and crystals and tranquility, and I've never seen a more unstable motherfucker than you. This is why a lot of these girls can't sell spirituality and wellness to me. It be giving love and light and crystals, but behind the scenes, y'all bitches is really fire and brimstone. So then we have Giselle at her reasonably shady event, and she looks nice for the most part. I love the dress, but something with Giselle always got to be off. Why the ponytail was platinum, and then this was like, the front of the ponytail was like honey blonde, like a brassy blonde, like girl. Angel walks up to Giselle and is like, oh, is that the fan that I got for you? When the fuck did you get her a fan? When did you present her with a gift? She's like, oh, that warms my heart, and I just wanted to know how we can get to know each other, and I know that you apologize, but I haven't addressed Wendy's part in the situation, and I feel like Wendy saying that she's calling you a catfish, ha ha ha, is an example of our interactions devolving into a mercurial nature. What the fuck are you even saying? What are you talking about, girl? You talking to Giselle, you talking to Tia, you talking to Kay, you talking to Ashley, you talking to everybody except for the motherfucker that you got an issue with. Why? I love that Giselle was like, girl, I don't care about this. This is my event. It's not about you. So then this man named Wale walks in. Now, I know he was on the show with Ashley called Love Hotel. I didn't watch Love Hotel, but y'all, this man is so motherfucking fine. When I tell you, this man is my type right here. This man is my type. But Ashley played around with him on the show. She wasn't into him. Ashley, no, she don't date no black man. She knows she don't date no niggas. Okay, she dates white men, so I don't even know why she played in this man's face like that. But anyway, he came in, he hugged Giselle, because remember, Giselle was on the show. So I guess he got cool with Robin. Anyway, he was bringing Robin some flowers. He walks in, Ashley looks pressed. She's all smiling. She's thinking that he's going to approach her. He paid her ass dust. And I loved it. Oh, it was amazing. It was so sickening because you get the idea that Ashley was just pressed because she knew that this man liked her. Some women get off on, or some people really get off on the fact that somebody likes them, but they don't like them back. But the minute that the person stops acting pressed about them, they feel some type of way. It's like, oh, you're not pressed about me anymore? Bitch, you don't even fucking like him. I said I wasn't going to call these broads bitches. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm trying. Anyway, I love that Wale paid her ass dust. Wale is fine. Especially with the gold fronts. Ooh wee. I don't know if y'all noticed this, but when Wendy walked in Angel took a deep breath and looked exasperated, and she's like, oh girl, I need a shot. Y'all, can I be honest with y'all about something too? I don't think I've ever had this conversation with y'all. Maybe I have, I can't remember. But Angel is the reason that I am leery about befriending light-skinned women. I'm not saying that all light-skinned women are colorist or anything like that. I'm saying that I know for a fact that a lot of light-skinned women are raised and gassed to think that they are better than other people because they are light. So they go out into the world with these attitudes, much in the same way that white people go out into the world, the streets, with attitudes about black people. The same way a lot of biracials with white mammies go out into the world having certain experiences with black people because they come from a home, from an environment where they are primed for fuckery. It's anti-blackness in the home, so they go out into the streets with it. You're raised with it. Anyway, that's a conversation for another day. Kay and Jazzy had a little interaction at the bar that I thought was really funny, and I wish we got to see more of Kay having fun and just being silly, because I like that side of her personality, and I like that little thing that her and Jazzy have going on. Like, them as a duo is so cute to me. I'm like, this is what I need to see. So Stacy and Tia get into it a little bit. Tia is saying that she was interested in having a friendship with Stacy, but she lies, blah, blah, blah. I understand why Tia got so heated in this moment. She got really upset because it's like, girl, you just lying for no reason now. That would get on anybody's nerves. So while Stacy and Tia are going back and forth with each other, we see Cookie entering the room. Also, we know that Giselle and Cookie have gotten closer. So why does nobody suspect that Giselle had this conversation with Cookie, like I said before? Anyway, Kay jumps in and starts getting loud and saying that Cookie called me and said that Stacy said that Chris has bad sex and is convinced that Stacy said this. Now, I'm just trying to figure out why the fuck Kay's getting so loud and so hyped up. Like something was personally done to her. Like it almost low-key gives unstable. Why are you yelling? Cookie jumps in because Stacy is like, well, I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know how I would have done that. And Cookie is like, well, you did it on the phone. Don't act stupid with me. First of all, y'all, I don't even know if y'all peeped the way she jumped into the scene. She jumped into the scene mad beastie. Like, her body language was crazy. I was like, whoa, oh. Like, she came in on that rah-rah like she was ready to fight somebody. And it was like, security, guard. So Wendy jumps in and she's like, Monique said if Cookie is around, Cookie is going to try to trash her. Cookie is looking dead in Wendy's face while she's saying this, and she's not saying a word. She didn't even dispute it. She didn't say she is a liar, nothing like that. Wendy is like, if we're talking about Monique, I think it's only right for Monique to be here. So Stacy points at Cookie, and Cookie's like, don't you point your finger at me. Stacy starts pointing again. She's like, here it is. Y'all, I screamed. Do you understand me? Y'all, I low-key can't wait to watch this with my mom because she's going to get such a kick out of this. Anyway, Stacy is like, well, let me go over here. Let me get closer to you so I can point. And she walks closer to Cookie and she points at her. And I just loved this moment. Okay, I was living for Stacy. So Cookie gets to yelling, go take a bath with your funky ass. And my thing is like, Cookie, I need you to have some self-awareness in this moment because you came into the scene looking like a grease ball. You look mad greasy. Your eyebrows are sliding off your face. You look like you haven't washed your hair in the last 6 weeks. You look like you slept in your makeup. But you want to call somebody else funky? You know what? Let me not. I was about to take it too far. Let me not do that. But you don't come into the scene looking stink and calling folks stinking bitches. So then Cookie gets escorted out by security, which I thought was a fucking key. Stacy is saying to Kay, usually you're at a 0, but with me today, you're at a 2. Screamed at that as well. Kay is like, your character is very flawed. I would never trust my husband around you. You mean Uggums McGee? Who you're not married to? Don't nobody want that man. He is a social worker. So whenever Kay is like, I would never trust my husband around you, Stacy is like, what husband? You don't have a husband. Gagged it again. Face cracked again. I said, my God, today. Everybody was just sitting there laughing. But anyway, y'all, that was the episode. Go ahead and get down in the comments with me. Let me know how you felt about this one. You already know I want to hear from you. Don't forget to hit the like button on your way out. Hit subscribe if you haven't already. Hit the notification bell so you know when I'm posting. And I'm going to see y'all for the next one. Peace.